So we talked about your grandmother. We talked about going home to Somerton. We talked about Fourth Ave. I want to ask you about this idea because I think you've been kind of going around it, and maybe this gets to the principle of the foundation, and that is creating a sense of pride in the kids here in our community and the school that they go to and they participate for, right? Why do you think that's so important? Is that a psychological thing?
I just think it's important. I mean, I just feel like a lot of kids gravitate to cool things that look nice. And that's one reason why when I do those projects, I do them exactly how I would do my own business. I don't cut any corners, and I go all in on it. And I want it to last. I want there to be quality in the project and what we're buying. But I just really feel that the pride aspect of it is the most important part.
Mhm.
It's the big piece of the puzzle. Because, a lot of times when they do these things, these schools, they're limited on funding. So they do them kind of, rinky dink. They don't go all in. And it shows,
Hmm.
and like, it's just like this basic scoreboard,
Yeah.
so I really try to go into them and just dialing them in fat and then so make them look great. So it's just,
So let's say Cibola or Gila Ridge, they need a new scoreboard. How does that work with your foundation?
so
How do
what,
you decide, okay, you're worthy of my funds?
so like last year, every school gets it was like $90,000. I think it was 92. And I gave every school 10 grand. The other 10, or I think I did 10 or 15 last year. I opened up an installment. And so what I do is every year I stick 10% into that. Right now I've got 35,000 in that account. So eventually once it gets big enough, I'm going to start giving scholarships out next. So not only will I go into the schools, but I'll also start giving scholarships out. And one day, hopefully there'll be $500,000 in there or more, and I'll be pulling enough, dividends and things like that off of it where I can start giving one kid from every school a fat scholarship.
I love that.
So that's the next plan down the road. I'm waiting for it to get built up bigger and bigger
Mhm.
and bigger.